Welcome to Shoestring Radio Theatre. We now present The Chimney Sweep, an original radio play by Dino Lencioni. It was directed by Alan Caylow and produced by Monica Sullivan in San Francisco.
Sweep, sweep, sweep goes the chimney sweep, though he be swayed by darkness and fear. Sweep, sweep goes the chimney sweep. Just when you think he has gone, he appears.
You sure this is it?
Yes, exactly, Charles, exactly. Now, take a right here onto this little road. Mind the bushes on either side.
I'm trying to, but it's dark out here, darling. Didn't your father ever think of putting up road lights?
Oh, Daddy wasn't fond of anyone finding this place, you see, especially at night. Now, just a little farther, you'll see a single light from the porch. There it is. Do you see it?
I see it.
Now, just park in the driveway next to the fence. I know it's dark tonight, but in the morning, you'll see how lovely it is out here. You'll see. Follow me, dear. Do you have the key ready?
Yes, right here.
There we are. Now, I'll just flip on the light.
Wow! How grand.
Yes, isn't it? Lovely and old. Father loved his antiques. Everything from the 14th to 18th century.
I'll say. Everything is so ornate and, well, a little creepy in this light. Are there more lights, doll?
Only candles from this point on. Father never believed in, he liked candles.
And fires, I take it?
What do you mean?
Calm down, dear. Don't get so surprised. I just meant the fireplace over there. It's got to be over 5 feet tall.
Oh, yes, of course. The fireplace.
A man doesn't build a fireplace like that for nothing. I mean, unless he likes fires.
Father liked his warmth. Listen, Charles, there's wood and some old newspapers over there. Why don't you start one? And I'll take the bags to our room and freshen up a bit. Then we'll have a nice drink. Okay, dearest?
Sounds good, dear. I'll get this fireplace roaring in no time. Another brandy, dear?
I've already had 2 glasses tonight, Charles. You wouldn't be trying to get me drunk, would you?
No, dear, of course not. I'm just relaxing, and I want you to as well.
Well, okay, then.
Musty house, isn't it? I like the sofa and the fire, but the rest, now that I've spent a little time looking over it, leaves something to be desired, don't you think?
Oh, maybe, but that's how Daddy liked it. You built quite a large fire, dear.
Yes, but you wanted a big fire, didn't you, Marta?
I said build one. I didn't think I specified? Yes, dear. Specified. I didn't think I specified such a fire of that size.
Well, I wanted to make use of the whole fireplace.
But it's the first time you've been so sweet since, the hospital.
Dear, that's all over with now.
Charles?
Yes, dear?
Come close to me.
Okay, dear. Now, I'm close. What do you want to tell me?
You wouldn't be thinking of pushing me into it now, would you?
Pushing? You into what, dear?
The fire, dear.
Marta! What on earth would make you think that?
What on earth indeed, Charles?
Why, you're holding my arm so tightly, dear. Must just be the drink that's got you a bit dazed, eh, my pet?
You're never getting the money, do you hear me? Never. Papa left it all to me, and a little to my sister and to Christopher.
Naturally, darling. What on earth would you think
Ever since we've been married, you've been eyeballing Papa's money like a rat over sewer water.
Nonsense. All I need and all I want is you, my sweet. Then life, our life, to be bright.
I wish I believed that.
But why don't you?
The alcohol tonight, perhaps, and your beady little brain and those eyes of yours. Tonight at dinner, I saw them jumping around the room, hopping like a spring rabbit. You must have looked at all the girls several times.
Looking isn't a crime. It was a wedding, after all. Women dress up to be looked at, don't they?
Oh, you're marvelously naive.
My dear, you are drunk.
What?
Drunk, just a little. I thought you only had 2 glasses, but...
I had 4.
Exactly, and you're just a little tipsy and thinking silly thoughts. Rest here next to the fire. I made it for you, darling. You like fires.
You're right. I do, Charles. I do. Will you put another log on the fire? Always keep the fire stoked on a night like this, Papa used to say. Oh, Charles, it's getting late, but I so love the fire. We used to love this big fireplace when I was young, Christopher and I. We used to say we could see our fortunes in the flames. I'm so glad to get to stay here tonight. No one has ever come back up here since that one night when I heard the voices.
Oh, let me get that. It might be Dr. Allen. He said he'd call here tonight. I gave him the number.
Okay, Charles, but don't tell him about the wine.
Hello, Dr. Allen? Yes, everything's okay. Marta's doing quite well.
Don't tell him about the wine.
Listen, Dr. Allen, there was something I wanted to ask you about my Aunt Kate. If you'd be so kind, thank you. Marta, dear, I need a private word with the doctor about my Aunt Kate. Is that okay, sweetie?
No problem, dear. Just take the phone into the study there. It'll reach just fine, and I won't hear a thing. Just remember, nothing about the wine.
Thank you, dear. I'll just be a minute. Dr. Allen, I'm alone now. Listen, she's had several glasses of wine, and now she talks about me killing her. Usually the wine would relax her, but it's her moods. They shift so suddenly. Is that normal? Well, yes, but I've slept terribly the last few nights, and, oh, yes, I know. I told her, but it's been very tough since she left the hospital. She doesn't seem herself at all, and after what happened at this house years ago, well, yes, I know. Oh, I didn't want to come, but she insisted, and I didn't believe anything about what her sister said about it being haunted. Yes, okay, I'll try and not talk about it with her. Anyway, I'll give her a sedative tonight, and everything should be better in the morning, I hope. I'll call you then. Thank you, Doctor. Who can that be at this hour? Was that the door, dearest?
Yes, someone's knocking. I don't understand it. No one knows about this place anymore.
I'll just look through the peephole. Why, it's an elderly man of some sort, disheveled and dirty. The nerve of some people at this hour. What does he want? Yes, can I help you?
Oh, hello. I'm so sorry to bother you, kind people. I'm just an old man passing through, and would you be so kind as to let me fill my small water jug? I have a long road to cover tonight to make it back to the home, and I'm so thirsty.
Well, there's a supermarket about a mile down the road where you can...
Charles, don't be silly. It's miles away and it's about to start raining. Sir, come inside. I'll fill it up for you.
Marta!
Relax, Charles. It will be okay.
I'm so sorry to bother you. I was walking around the neighborhood, you know, and keeping things safe. My name is Olin Nebuchadnezzar, but some call me Olin. You may call me that. What a wonderful house. Do you mind if I set myself down a while? A very short while?
Well...
Not at all. We don't have visitors from around here often.
And old ones at that too, right?
Well, to tell you the truth, I've been away from this house for some time. You see, I've been sick and...
Marta, no sense telling him that.
Oh, it's all right. I don't need to know anything about you. I can tell a lot just by looking. But if you want to know about me or the woods, I can tell you everything. I know all sorts of tales and superstitions about this area.
Splendid!
Well, what on earth are you doing out at this time of night, wandering this area anyway? It's very lonely and remote.
Oh, I lived here a long time. Like I said, I'm keeping things safe.
But where do you live?
Mrs. Dundonville's boarding house, down the road a few miles. Been there some time. Used to be a chimney sweep, but they don't have much use for them anymore. Not since those machines came in and do it all for you now. But say, you two haven't been here long, have you?
We've just been here for the week. This house used to belong to my father, but since he passed away, well, it's mine now.
Your father?
Yes, tell me, you've lived around these parts for a long time. You must have known my father, yes? General Cafferty.
Oh, yes. General Cafferty. I didn't know him well. I met him a few times. A quiet man.
Quiet man?
Young man, would you be so kind as to fill my jug for me? Then I will be on my way.
Sure, okay. I'll be right back.
My dear lady, I've got something in here for good luck. You two will need it tonight, I'm afraid.
What are they? They look like pieces of coal. Why would we need coal? We have a nice fire already. And why are you looking into the fire like that, Olin? Are you going to throw them in? Olin, answer me.
Circeri Matteus Hestrinum.
My God, what's happening, Marta?
He threw something into the fire, and it exploded. A firework or something.
It's only to keep you safe. It's the best I can do right now, but later I can do more.
What was that you threw into the fire? Old man, tell me.
It was to keep you safe. It's necessary. This house, it's...
You nearly set the house on fire.
No. The coal amulets. It was the best I could do, I tell you. It was to keep you safe.
You'd better leave. Take your water and leave.
Let me go. There is more that needs to be done. You need to be safe tonight. I am the only one that can help you.
You're talking nonsense.
But, sir, listen to me. This house, I know.
Please leave us alone. My wife is ill and does not need you around here tonight.
Then just please don't say his name tonight. Don't say it. It is a bad night.
Are you all right, sweetheart?
Fine. Just shaken. Check to see if he's really gone. Please, Charles, check to see if he's really gone.
He's leaving. He's walking down the road quickly.
I'm scared, Charles. What was that he threw in?
Now look. I don't see anything at all. Must have been a joke. Some firecrackers or something.
Well, I'm still shaken quite a bit. It was like this house. I don't like it. Sometimes it seems too...
Darling, you're scaring yourself. It's getting late anyway. Listen to me. I'll put out the fire and you go up to the bedroom, okay?
Okay, Charles.
I'll be up in a few minutes. I want to check whatever that old man threw in the fire is really out. I might just call the sheriff in town about him, just as a precaution.
Yes, Charles, that would be a good idea.
Off to bed, dear. I'll be up soon.
Yes, I'll go off to bed now, but come soon, dear, please.
I will. What the devil did he put in here? Crazy old man. Well, it's gone now. But wait a minute. What's this? In the back of the fireplace. Looks like bits of bone? Bone? In the fireplace? Why would there be bones in the fireplace when we just lit the fire tonight?
Charles, did you find anything in the fire?
I found nothing, dear. Must have been some sort of fireworks.
And did you phone the sheriff?
Yes, I did. Funny thing, though, the sheriff said, well, remember when the man said he lived at an old boarding house?
Yes.
Well, the sheriff said there weren't any boarding houses in the area anymore. They'd all shut down decades ago.
Really? Well, maybe the man was just lying to us.
But why would he?
He knew the name of my father, even.
Maybe he was lying about that, too. Must have been just an old hobo or something. Let's get to sleep, dear.
Fine, Charles, fine.
But, Marta, take this for me. It's a sedative. You'll sleep better.
But I don't want to take those anymore, Charles. I don't...
Doctor's orders, dear. Now here, just take 2. You'll sleep now. Sleep. Huh? What's that sound outside? Sounds like something dragging across the driveway at this time of night. I'd better investigate before it wakes up Marta. What's that? The door. Is someone trying to open it? I must get down there.
Charles? Charles? Well, what is it?
Marta, be still. Someone is trying to get in the house, I think. I'm going to investigate.
What? Charles?
I'm going downstairs.
What? What could be down there? I'm scared. I don't like this. But you must get a hold of yourself, Marta. I must let Charles investigate. Everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. What was that? Oh, what is going on down there? I've got to go and see what's happening. Charles? I'll just walk down the stairs to see what's going on. Charles, I'm at the foot of the stairs and I see... What's that? Who's that in the chair near the fire? Charles, why are you sitting in that chair by the fire? Charles, is that you? Charles! This is not funny, Charles.
Hello, Marta.
It's you! The chimney sweep. What have you done with Charles? Where is he?
In the fire. In the fire, Marta. take a look.
Marta, what is it?
Charles!
What is it, Marta?
There's a man downstairs. I saw you in the fire, darling.
Dearest, you were having another bad dream.
Oh, Charles, you heard something. I went to find you. You walked downstairs, then I went too, and there's something down there.
Sweetheart, there's nothing down there. Look, we'll just go down and see.
No!
Dearest, please, come with me.
No, I'm not. No, please, Charles, stay here with me.
Please, you must. The doctor said it's the only way you're going to get over your sickness. Now, come with me.
No, I won't.
Marta, come here.
Charles! I didn't mean to push you down the stairs. Charles! Charles!
How is she, Doc?
Oh, her hands are badly burned, but otherwise she's fine. Except she's, how to put this simply, not mentally well.
Tell me how you found her again, Doc. You say she just wandered in here screaming?
Yes, and soaking wet, with her hands both horribly burnt. And, well, wearing only her nightgown. I've never seen such terror on anyone's face before in my practice. We just gave her a sedative and had her cleaned up and bandaged.
Well, from what she saw at that old house, the one on Cougar Bluff, you know the place?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I know that place very well. She was out there?
She owns the place, and she and her new husband went up for the week. So, after we got the call from you that she was injured, we went looking for him. When we got out there, we found him burned alive.
You're kidding.
Nope, he was in the fireplace. Must have just fallen in late at night.
How awful. But she tried to get him out, and that's how...
Well, hold on. I'm still trying to place the events that led up to all this. Seems the husband had called me that night talking about some stranger on foot that came knocking on their door late in the evening.
A stranger? On foot? Out there? That's 5 miles from the highway and 50 miles from the nearest town. Now, it's too remote for anyone to be walking around.
I know. But her husband said this fella caused a ruckus and tossed some sort of fireworks in the fireplace. Maybe in an attempt to get the fireworks out, he fell in there and a few went off and burned him. Well, the thing is, we can't find any trace of fireworks or the stranger. Maybe when she wakes up, she'll tell us what really happened and what she saw.
No, maybe. But she's not well, Sheriff. She just got out of the psychiatric ward earlier this year.
You don't say.
Well, she was pretty sick. But the records say she recovered well. She was having hallucinations and talking to people that weren't there, mild schizophrenia. I'm not sure if this new experience will trigger something like that again or not. Just not sure. But the old house, you say she owns it? The one on Cougar Bluff?
The only one out there. She inherited it from her father.
General Cafferty, correct?
Ah, you know him?
I was his personal doctor. He talked about that house a lot, but actually always hated it. Used it as a vacation house, but said there were ghosts in it. I just thought he was telling me funny stories. You know how old folks do.
Oh, yes. They love to spin a good yarn.
Well, listen to this one. Seems the general was visited by ghosts of the very people who lived and who died in that house years ago. And these ghosts claimed they were all murdered in it.
You don't say.
And get this. The ghosts would tell the general to murder people. Can you believe that?
Murder? Ghosts? That's some talk.
Isn't it? And what's more, The general made some bizarre claim that as long as he had the chimney swept out monthly by a chimney sweep, the ghosts wouldn't come. Now, can you believe that?
Chimney sweep? I don't think anyone gets their chimneys swept out anymore. Not by one person. It's all machines now. Not unless you're in the 1800s or something. That's real Charles Dickens meets Stephen King stuff.
Well, something to think about when you're up there again checking things out. Make sure you bring a chimney sweep along.
Will do, Doc. Well, when she wakes up, I'll need to have a talk with her. Call me on the horn.
It might be a few days. Who knows what this event will trigger in her mind. She may be useless to you. I can't tell how she'll be anymore. I just can't tell.
Now, darling, relax. The fire is just making you think terrible thoughts. The past is the past. It's been a long time since all that. You're getting better now. The doctor says in the last 6 months you've made great progress. And look over there. You see? I've made you a fire. You like fires, don't you, dear?
I do, Richard. And in Papa's place, too. I am just so glad they didn't tear it down after all that horribleness from last year.
I'm glad, too. It's a little musty, but in no time we'll have it cleaned and looking real spiffy.
We will, dear Richard.
Now, is there anything I can do for you, sweet, sweet Marta?
Just place another log on the fire, will you, Richard? Papa always said, best to keep the fire stoked on a night like this.
Sweep, sweep, sweep goes the chimney sweep, though he be swayed by darkness and fear. Sweep, sweep goes the chimney sweep. Just when you think he has gone, he appears.
That concludes The Chimney Sweep. It was written by Dino Lencioni, directed by Alan Caylow, and produced by Monica Sullivan in San Francisco. The cast in order of appearance was Russ Hickman, Geof Goddard, Annette Oliveira, and Alan Caylow. Our co-producer was Steve Rubenstein. You can reach us in care of our producer, Monica Sullivan, at srt@shoestring.org. For more information, visit our website at shoestring.org. For Shoestring Radio Theatre, I'm Alan Caylow. Thank you for joining us.